Welcome back to Tournament of Champions Season 1, where before last episode, we had 17 robots qualified. These are Pop V2, Double Time, Heat Wave, Spider 3, Nice, Boredom 2, Death Upon Arrival, Aeon Disc, Checkmate, The Thin, Bounty Hunter, Cathedral of Chaos, Vortex, Quake, Wan Hu, Weakened Soldier, and Laceration Max. And joining them, after a series of quick knockouts and UDAs, is Generator. Going from nobody to nightmare in its bracket, it first dispatched out of tune, then knocked out Arena Gravitational Ejector, followed by Amber, and then KO'd an impressive rookie season of Horizon for finally taking out Too Crazy to Pingolino in a finals match where it punched its ticket by grinding away to victory. And of course we already know this, but confirmation, that means joining them is, of course, Generator. Now, let's move on and see what bracket 18 holds for us. Let's check the bracket. Roll it. Alright, starting off in quadrant 1, Fusion will be taking on Lynx. This should be quick. And next, B-side, Perennial Loser will be taking on Champion Supernova. Whiplash will be going back to Gravitator. Pole Shift will be going up against Cobalt. Horizontal versus Vert. Quadrant 2, Arsenal with its multi-weapons will be taking on Warhead. Bulldozer will be taking on Mike the Drum. Awagawa Awa 1.1 is facing Bastion. Boogeyman will be facing Mini Rip in what's sure to be a one-sided fight. Witch Doctor will be taking on the stock Heatwave. And Bombshell will be taking on Carbide. Gravitational Ejector will be facing Rowan Cut. And oh no! In a fight that's likely to be highlighted, Super Vaccine Kun will be facing Ultimo Destructo. Quadrant 4, Flip will be facing Vertically Unchallenged. Night Fuel against Worm. Taitotu against Crazy Fusion. And finally, Tip Show against Too Crazy to Pingolino to round things out. Let's get on with our first match, Fusion versus Lynx. In the red square, to my left, this robot is the hot stuff. It's about to get things cooking. Prepare to turn up the heat for Fusion. And in the blue square, to my right, this wildcat takes no mercy when hunting its prey. Here to hunt down the opposition, introducing Lynx. Lynx up to speed and immediately sending Fusion flying. Roof shot, that's what Lynx is known for, and out of the arena. The winner of our next match faces Lynx in the round of 16. Who will it be? B-side or Champagne Supernova? Only one way to find out. Let's fight. In the red square to my left, ready to spin, spin, spin your record right round till your robot's out of commission. Here is B-side. And in the blue square to my right, well, you said you wanted a glass of champagne, but I don't think this is quite what you had in mind. Here to lay down the hurt, here is Champagne Supernova. 2 horizontal spinners. B-side's never been past the first round. Neither a Champagne Supernova, despite the power of these 2 robots. Oh, big shot. And B-side, their wheel is stuck hard in the slot. I do not think they are getting out of there. No matter how much they try. Yeah. They're wiggling, but there's nobody home. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So, how this works is, Champagne Supernova was unable to engage with them because they were stuck in the wall, and B-side was clearly not moving. They were clearly immobile. Although Champagne sent it out, they win by TKO anyway, due to B-side's lack of mobility. Anyway, on to the next match. Gravitator versus Whiplash. In the red square, to my left, as the wise group Wu-Tang once said, you better protect your neck, 'cause here is Whiplash. And in the blue square, what has a bunch of razor-sharp teeth? Any flame shooting out of its backside? No, it's not Paris Hilton's mom. It's Gravitator. Gravitator opens its lid, but that lets Whiplash deliver a throw. Gravitator on its side. Now, this is a dual knockout this early, so this is going to be a restart. So, Gravitator opens its lid. Whiplash, for an attempt bringing the hammer down. Gravitator only has but so much flame they can use, and right now Gravitator is on the screws. Whiplash does not want to approach them from the rear. They want to approach them from the front, taking them between a rock and a hard place. Gravitator, stuck. But Whiplash frees them, only to get them stuck more into the pulverizer. But while Gravitator is on its back, it cannot self-right. Whiplash. Just hanging out. Still engaging, which is why the count has not started. And Gravitator is back on its feet. Gravitator had the Whiplash in the grip. With good control, but they could not do anything with them. This really has been all Whiplash. That is a TKO. Alright, and that puts Whiplash through to the round of 16, where it will face either Pole Shift or Cobalt. This should be a good one. Two powerful looking weapons. Let's introduce the robots and get this fight underway, shall we? I'm looking forward to this one. In the red square, to my left. You think your compass is out of whack? Huh. It's too late for you. Tough luck. A monster approaches. Here is Pole Shift. And in the blue square, to my right. This robot takes sheer pleasure in breaking other robots down to their elements. Here is Cobalt! Pole Shift's got a lot of reach. Cobalt. Oh, got it. Lost the wheel. Cobalt against the screws. Pole Shift. Taking Cobalt apart here. Until that moment. Cobalt in a lot of trouble right now. And Cobalt on its back, Pole Shift freeing it to continue the punishment, and there goes another wheel. This could be all over. Two, one. Wow, what a fight. How'd you like that? Obviously, Pole Shift going through by an impressive TKO into the round of 16, where they will be facing Whiplash. Next up, we head to Quadrant 2, where we will see Arsenal facing Warhead. Play the intros. Introducing, in the red square, to my left, armed to the teeth and ready to make war because it knows nothing about love, here is Arsenal! And in the blue square, to my right, watch out, this robot's about to go nuclear on your behind, here is Warhead! Arsenal. The triple weaponry definitely causing problems for Warhead here. Not only that, the wheels are pretty well protected from whatever Warhead can throw at it. This is a pretty bad matchup for them. Now, Warhead takes a shot from the pulverizer, but Arsenal needs to be very careful around the screws. This is a robot that could easily get stuck up there. Arsenal causing serious problems for Warhead now. But can Arsenal move? Yes, they can. They're just stuck on the kill saw. Warhead. Just being ground to pieces. This is a tactic that Pinch Point uses, and Warhead is out. Alright, that means your winner by knockout is Arsenal, and they will be moving on to the round of 16, where they will face either Bulldozer or Mike the Drum. That will be our next fight, so time to roll the intros. In the red square to my left, this robot is a lean, mean, wrecking machine, here to plow through the competition. It's Bulldozer. And in the blue square, to my right, what's in a name? Obviously this robot didn't get the memo. But don't tell it that. Its only thoughts are to inflict pain and suffering. Here is Mike the Drum. So, Bulldozer. Look at the size difference between these two, and yet Bulldozer is completely bullying Mike the Drum around the arena. Now, Bulldozer already has a wildcard slot, despite not making it to a final. Because it's been putting up impressive performances in every bracket it's been in, except for the last one. Alright. That was a double TKO, but honestly, this is just a formality at this point. The results are in, and we have a 14-1 decision for your winner in the red square, Bulldozer. And that means Bulldozer will be moving on to the round of 16 to face Arsenal. Next up, we have Awagawa Awa 1.1 versus Bastion. Rookie versus veteran. Let's see how this goes. Time to roll the intros. In the red square, to my left, double the discs, double the pain. This robot is certified insane. Here is Awagawa Awa 1.1. And in the blue square, to my right, this robot has been pent up for so long, it's got a severe case of cabin fever. And all it wants to do now is kick some butt. Here is Bastion. Bastion up to speed. Awagawa up to speed first, sending Bastion flying almost out of the arena. Bastion sent flying again, but Awagawa out of the arena. That is a shocker. And that puts Bastion through to the round of 16, where they will either face Boogeyman or Mini Rip. And that fight is coming up next. Time to roll the intros. In the red square, to my left. Despite the name, no, this robot is not inspired by Kendrick Lamar, but it'll treat you like Drake nonetheless. Ready to wreak some havoc, here is Boogeyman. And in the blue square, to my right, if speed was a kingmaker, then this robot would have the crown. If speed kills, then this robot would be Jack the Ripper. Here is Mini Rip. Boogeyman. Been pretty decently far. Mini Rip never passed the first round. And Mini Rip just getting tossed around like a plaything. Mini Rip on its side. Boogeyman has sniped wheels, but Mini Rip looks to have it on the ropes. Although this looks to be a dual KO, no it is not. Boogeyman cannot move. What an upset! Boogeyman, a robot that has never failed to make it to the quarterfinals in any of its appearances until now, falls in the round of 32 to a robot which has only once made it out of the round of 32 in its 4 appearances. Mini Rip, advancing to the round of 16, where it will face Bastion. Will its Cinderella run begin here, or will it end in the round of 16 for the second time for this robot? We'll find that out next episode, but for now, we move on to Quadrant 4, where Witch Doctor will face Heatwave. Let's roll the intros. In the red square, to my left, Hoodoo Voodoo. This robot has a witch's brew full of carnage, destruction, and absolute savagery. Here is Witch Doctor. And in the blue square, to my left, this robot is ready to give its opponents a gourmet meal of 3rd-degree burns with no aloe to spare. Here is Heatwave. Witch Doctor, Heatwave. Now, Witch Doctor has a speed advantage, and apparently the reach advantage. Heatwave is being tossed all over the place. But Heatwave gets a good pop in, another good pop in, but sends itself backward. They do not want to do this against a robot like Witch Doctor. Heatwave's bar is slowing down. So far these two seem evenly paced until that moment. Heatwave nearly out of the arena. Heatwave sending Witch Doctor flying. And Witch Doctor out the arena. And that puts Heatwave through to the round of 16, where they will face either Bombshell or Carbide. Time to roll the intros for that match, because that's coming up next. In the red square, to my left, this robot has serious anger management issues and refuses to seek counseling, instead preferring to take everything out with his vertical disc. Here is Bombshell. And in the blue square, to my right, it's Elemental, my dear Watson. What element? It's Carbide! Bombshell. Tanking hits against Carbide. Carbide sent airborne. And again. Another shot. But Carbide has sent itself out of the arena. Alright, so this is a judge's decision because both robots were immobilized pretty much simultaneously. And I forgot to cut for a restart. So, Bombshell takes damage 4-1, takes control 5-0, and aggression 3-2, meaning your winner by 11-3 decision is Bombshell. And that puts Bombshell through to the round of 16, where they will face Heatwave. Next up, Gravitational Ejector versus Whirlwind Cut. Time to roll the intro. In the red square, to my left, it's not the fall that'll kill you. It's not how you get there. No, it's landing. Courtesy of Gravitational Ejector. And in the blue square, to my right, this robot has problems with pretty much everything around it. When it's directing its aggression towards you, don't take it personal. It's just business. Here is Whirlwind Cut. Gravitational Ejector has always had problems with the flipper deployment, and there you see it. And there we go. Whirlwind Cut almost sending Gravitational Ejector out of the arena. And again, Whirlwind Cut misfiring its Gravitational Ejector, misfiring its flipper. If Whirlwind Cut can get free, this could be their fight. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a double knockout. Alright. So this is going to a judge's decision. Both robots were knocked out pretty much simultaneously. And this was a close one. In the short fight length, both robots showed pretty even amounts of damage control and aggression. But the results are in, and Gravitational Ejector 1 damage 3-2, Whirlwind Cut control 3-2, Gravitational Ejector aggression 3-2. So your winner by a split decision is Gravitational ejector. And that means gravitational ejector moves on to the round of 16, where they will be facing the winner of Super Vaccine Kun versus Ultimo Destructo. And here's how that fight went. In the first of our two highlighted matches this episode, Ultimo Destructo faced Super Vaccine Kun. Ultimo Destructo's weapon really was slow, and Super Vaccine Kun couldn't do much. So this resulted in a simple pushing match. It was relatively dull, with Ultimo Destructo managing to destroy Super Vaccine Kun just at the bell. And that puts Ultimo Destructo through to the round of 16, where they will face Gravitational Ejector, and will hopefully be a more exciting fight. Next up, Blip faced Vertically Unchallenged, and here's how that fight went. This fight started with a great opening exchange, but then both robots became locked together before Blip briefly took control. Vertically Unchallenged sent flying again and again. Eventually, this fight wound up with a final bad exchange for both robots, landing both of them on the screws. Vertically Unchallenged landed on its head, did the thing. Blip was able to crab walk away to victory. And that puts Blip through to the round of 16, where it will face either Night Fuel or Worm. And this fight will not be highlighted. It's coming up next. So, time to roll the intros. In the red square to my left, this is not a creature of your dreams. This is a creature of your nightmares. Here to send you flying, it's Night Fuel. And in the blue square, to my right, this robot is a stuff of legends. Don't let this dragon catch up with you, for you will feel the wrath of Worm. Night Fuel has ground clearance issues. This is something Worm is going to want to exploit. All Worm needs to do is survive, and Night Fuel should take itself out. And Night Fuel just flipping them all over the place. That's what they're known to do. Night Fuel just trying to get them out the arena. Like that. And that puts Night Fuel through to the round of 16, where they will face Blip. Next up, Taito2 versus Crazy Susan. Time to roll the intros. In the red square, to my left, this robot is Drums of Unfun, and will make you want to cry to the Lithuanian national anthem. Here is Taito2. And in the blue square, to my right, don't call this robot lazy, it's crazy. Here to make your robot break dance till it dies. Here is Crazy Susan. Oops, it was not under a minute. We'll just let the restart go ahead anyway. Crazy Susan sends Taito2 flying. Crazy Susan with a pin. Taito2 being pinned. Already approaching the cutoff point. Crazy Susan trying to push RO32 out. Will they be successful? Ooh, nice shot. RO32 right out of frame, getting counted out. Alright. And that puts Crazy Susan through to the round of 16, where they will face either Tip Show or 2Crazy2 Pingolino, who is just fresh off of a runner-up finisher in the last bracket. So, time to roll the intros. In the red square, to my left, here to get tipsy, this robot knows no cutoff point. Here is Tip Show! And in the blue square, to my right, this robot is certified crazy. And guess what? It's also a penguin. Here to lay the tuxedo of pain on you, it's 2Crazy2 Pingolino. Too Crazy immediately underneath Tip Show. Both robots escape. Tip Show incredibly low. And 2Crazy flipped out of the arena. And that sets up our round of 16. Tip Show moving on to face Crazy Susan. And that also does it for episode 3 of Tournament of Champions. Next episode, a second robot will punch its ticket on camera. Who will it be? Who will join Generator and the others? Only one way to find out. Tune in next episode.